Welcome to the channel, Hayward here. This video is going to be a quick tip on natural light photography. And I know if you follow this channel, you know that I add light to almost every portrait session I do. I use additive light. I add flash or some kind of constant light to my photography. However, when you use additive light, you have to remember what you are actually doing. Every pattern, every form, every kind of additive light is almost always imitating the sun. And let's be honest, you probably can't do it better than the sun. I recently photographed a wedding, which I don't do many of. It was an outdoor wedding, so I had to do a lot of natural light photography really fast. What I want to talk about is that no matter how you are doing natural light photography, you have to have two things. You have to have planning and you have to have patience. So for a portrait session, it's a lot easier. I can schedule a time for a portrait session to know where the light's going to be, how it's going to be. In a wedding, guess what? I did the same thing, and I advise you to do the same thing as well. The bridal portraits were the most important portraits in the wedding. That's what they cared about the most, the bride and groom. So when we were discussing the planning of the wedding, I had to have an exact idea of where the sun was going to be at the time we were going to shoot the bridals. And the bride and groom were actually willing to move the time to catch the perfect light. Now, we got lucky. It didn't rain. We didn't have bad weather. So putting that aside for a second, it's so important that if you want perfect natural light photography, you have to have a plan and you have to have patience. You can't force the sun to move, because if you can, let me know how you're doing it. I want to do it myself. So what I was going for, my vision, was to have the bridal portraits with the sun right behind their heads as they kissed, as they posed, etc., etc. I wanted that beam of light right behind them. Yes, I still had to add light. I had to use a flash. I'll show you a behind the scenes shot here of what we were talking about for a setup. But the setup was very simple. All I was doing was keeping the couple from becoming silhouettes. I've done a previous video on an app that I use to tell me where the sun is going to be. I highly advise you use this app or an app like this to use when you are shooting, because there's no substitute for having that sun exactly where you want it. And look at the results. I've got the sun exactly where I wanted it in these portraits. Now, there's no substitute for that. I could not, no matter how well I light, I can't do what that sun is doing. So a lot of people like this look. The only thing you have to be careful of is flares in your lens. You may like it, you may not. I don't like flares, so you have to position your glass to make sure that the flares aren't going somewhere you don't like. That's it. That's all I really wanted to say in this video. Have a plan and have the patience to execute it, and you will be rewarded with fantastic natural light photography. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments as always. Until the next video, cheers.